Hello Maybury, welcome to a quick input on how to draw your very own self-portrait for the jigsaw piece art. This video is specifically for the Year 6 children, so the coloured pencil crayon that you will need may vary. For Year 6 it is an orange pencil crayon. You'll also need a pencil, the jigsaw piece and a rubber. Okay? So to do the self-portrait, you need to follow these steps and you will get the shape of your face as near to lifelike as possible. So the first step is to draw an outline of your face. So I took a picture of myself on my iPad and I used that as a guide. So I took an outline of the shape of my head. I then added a vertical line down the center of my face. I then put a line for my eyes about here, as you can see, and then I've put two lines in, one for the bottom of my nose and one for where the middle of my lips will be. The next step was I added outlines of my eyes, outline of my nose, so some features of my nose. I have a bit of a bump here from when I banged my nose as a child, so I added that in, and then I've put my lip outline here. The next step, I started to add a bit more detail around my eyes, and I put my ears in. And you can see how the face shape is starting to come together. I then started to add more features, so I put my pupils in. I started to shade in my beard with my orange pencil crayon, and what I did here was I did lots of lines for the beards, so you got the hairs, because obviously you need to use different shading techniques for the different parts of your face. So for the beard, obviously you won't have a beard, but maybe for your hair you would use lines. Okay, I then continue, so I've done this, and then what you do then is you continue to add detail. So I started by adding in my eyebrows, I started to shade in some of the lines, I then put in some of my, well, what little hair I have, some of my hair, I then put shading onto my ears as well. And then if you look at the middle section, I've started to add shading around my eyes and my nose, so your shading might be slightly different. And then on this one, I've started to put shading onto my head. And then I've got a mole here and some, obviously, lines here, which start to show a bit more of the features of my face. I then started to add more shading. So I've got my cheekbone shading here. I've then got some stubble on my neck and some shading around my neck. And then I also added in some shading around my lips. So it's just a slow build up. So what you might want to do when you do this activity is pause the video at the various steps so you can use it as a guide, and you might need to re-watch some steps more than once. But I do hope this helps.